Hi everybody, Casey Johnson here, the Dancing Gardener. It is May 28th and we are gonna look around at some stuff and talk about summer heat that's coming. Lots of stuff blooming right now. We have these gorgeous bishop's flowers all over the place. Dusty Miller's blooming. This Vitex tree right now is really magnificent. Loving her. There are Shasta daisies blooming in here. Blanket flowers. Got Queen Anne's lace back here starting to bloom. Peaches are about to get start getting ready to get picked. This is a new addition. This is a Persian lilac right here, and it is the only lilac that is supposed to be able to survive in Tucson, so we will see how that turns out in the future. Another new addition that I'll be planting today is this jaboticaba tree, and this is also known as a Brazilian grape, and it is a tropical tree that gets all along the trunk. It'll have just like a grape sticking off the trunk, just like completely covering it, and it's gonna be hopefully a really cool tree. Some 4 o'clocks starting to bloom in here. Plumbago's looking good. See the roses still blooming, still. Some hollyhocks, just some little ones in here, but they've been fun watching these guys bloom. More bishop's flower, Queen Anne's lace also mixed in here. Crepe myrtle's getting pretty big. She'll flower here before too long. These mulberry trees, this one was like, a foot tall like a couple months ago, and it's shot up. It's all the way up to like my eye level now. It's crazy. Let's see, we've got hydrangeas blooming back here that I planted last year that are starting to bloom again, so that's really cool. Let's see, lots of stuff in here. There's baby's breath all in here going crazy. And lots of other, there's tons of like little stuff that I keep finding all the time, which is really a lot of fun for me. From all the seedlings. Yeah, right now it's like pretty much all your spring flowers are starting to be done, and some of your heavier like summer flowers are starting to come in. This desert willow is blooming beautifully. Let's see, there's daylilies are starting to bloom. Had a couple of them blooming. And here we have our new fruit orchard, and we just put a bunch of shade cloth over the top of these guys. So this is 40% shade cloth, which is about what you want from most stuff here. And you can still see through it, and it lets a pretty good bit of light through, but it really takes the edge off the plant. So some things to be thinking about this time of year are going to be protection. When stuff starts getting really crazy hot, keep an eye on all your stuff. If something starts to look wilted, you can put some shade cloth over it or something that will just give it shade towards the late afternoon. A lot of plants are going to want like late afternoon shade, and sometimes more sensitive plants are going to want shade starting from about 11 o'clock onward. Like I have a persimmon tree over here that gets shade from about 11:30 for the rest of the day. And there's going to be a few things like that, so just keep an eye on them, and if anything starts to look like it's getting like droopy in the sun, go ahead and try to give it some kind of afternoon shade, because every time it droops like that, it's going to start to make it a little bit less vigorous, and you really want to keep them trying to push out strong throughout the summer. You're gonna have to start upping your water every day over 100. I check everything, and I might have to start watering every day, so keep that in mind. Especially with anything that's newer, it's gonna need to be babied through the summer, and hopefully this summer we'll have monsoons and that'll help out. just keep an eye on them. Happy gardening, guys.